Hello everyone, welcome back to Brick Inventions. Today we're going to take a look at the exclusive minifigures from Ninjago's 15-year anniversary, since we have images of all of them now. If you missed out, the last legacy set that we know of just got revealed a few days ago, which is the X1 Ninja Charger, which includes Dusk. So today we're going to take a look at them one by one, and I'm going to give my thoughts and compare them to the show. I'm really excited to talk about this, so let's go. First we're going to take a look at the 3 minifigures from the amazing Old Town set. The first one being the first Ninjitsu master himself. Surprisingly, this character has never made it into minifigure form before, even though he literally created Ninjago. Obviously, the 15-year anniversary was a perfect time to include him in a set, and that's exactly what I did. I really like this minifigure, especially with that torso print, and while he has appeared in the show a lot, we actually haven't seen his face. But now we can actually put a face to this character. The head is new and has these iconic braids in the back. In the show, he is often seen with the Wukro outfit from the Ninjago movie line. So yeah, they kind of redesigned the Wukro outfit, which really shows in the back, which is almost identical, but it has a few changes. All in all, I'm very happy with this minifigure, and I feel like the black and gold really works together. Next up is Young Woo, son to the first Ninjitsu master and master of creation. I always loved seeing Young Woo in flashbacks from the Serpentine War, and this minifigure does not disappoint. The head print is brand new and dual-sided, and I feel like it's pretty much perfect for Young Woo, but he has actually had minifigure variants with this robe before, but they have changed things up a bit, like using dark tan instead of dark bluish grey. And yeah, that works fine in my opinion. I really like that the torso and legs spell out master in Ninjago, but obviously it's nothing new here since we've already gotten this robe before. Now for his hair, he's actually seen using tan a lot in the show, but I feel like in some scenes it's more dark tan, so I don't mind it being dark tan in the minifigure version. But yeah, amazing minifigure, I really love this one. From the same set is of course Woo's brother, this being Young Garmadon, Master of Destruction, and probably the best anniversary minifigure of them all. Yes, I am not kidding, this is probably the best and most accurate of them all. I'm going to start off with the robe, and I think it's pretty much a 1-to-1 compared to Woo, but of course it uses purple instead of dark tan. And yeah, the black and purple really pops, I love it so much. It really just makes the minifigure stand out amongst the others. It does also have a brand new head print on both sides, one depicting a kind of sinister smile and the other showing his evil, I guess. Now in the show it basically uses Lloyd's head, but obviously they did not just remake it for the figure. Instead they kind of redesigned it to look more evil, and since it's based off of Lloyd, I guess you could just take this head and put on Lloyd, which is pretty funny. The hair is of course what I use in the show, so I don't really have anything to say there. So now we looked at the Old Town minifigures, now let's go to Benton, Cole's grandfather and the former elemental master of Earth before Lily. This minifigure is exclusive to the 4 Weapons blacksmith. This one is very special because in the show when we first saw this, they were not that important, and therefore a lot of them reused prints from other films, which is the case with this one. Because they actually used 2 parts from the Lord of the Rings theme and recolored them for this character in the show. And yeah, that is a pretty cool fact, but it's also kind of insane. In the show it's pretty much all dark grey, which doesn't exist anymore. He also has a copper helmet, I believe. So for the minifigure variant, which I actually have, they remade a lot of his design, like adding pearl gold to his helmet and basically making the whole minifigure silver. Don't get me wrong, it would have been cool if it was more accurate to the show, but at the same time I feel like it looked pretty boring in the show, and the new design they gave for him in the 4 Weapons blacksmith is much better in my opinion. With the flat silver pieces, it really feels like a medieval character, and something we could have gotten from castle themes, if those existed today. I do also want to talk about the face. It's not accurate to the show because the minifigure actually reuses a face from another figure, but they pretty much maxed out the budget on the 4 Weapons blacksmith set, so yeah, they couldn't do another print, but I'm fine with this face. At least I feel like one of the sides looks really good. And now we'll be taking a look at Liber. Liber is Jay's biological mother and the former elemental master of lightning. I was probably the most excited for this minifigure when we heard that we would be getting all the elemental masters. She is pretty much a 1-to-1 with her show counterpart, which first appeared in Hands of Time. I really love the torso and leg printing on this one. I just can't believe we got this minifigure. And yeah, there's a few minor differences in the set version compared to the show, but it's nothing I can complain about. The hair is obviously perfect as well, but I only really have one complaint with this minifigure, and that is the face. This is of course a reused face, and I feel like it doesn't really fit her. I understand that they couldn't afford more in the Ninja character display because, well, it might be the best value Lego set of all time, but when they need to reuse a face, they could have chosen something a bit more accurate. It's of course easier to swap the heads between characters, but yeah, it just bugs me a bit that the head is inaccurate. Now we're going to take a look at the 2 minifigures that hasn't been released yet, starting with Hibernus, who was the former elemental master of ice. It will release on March 1st in the Lloyd's item deck, and obviously it's a bit harder to look at it when there's only a few images online. But yeah, I mean, Hibernus is one of the coolest elemental masters from the Elemental Alliance. I love his design and I think he's one of the best in the lineup. His torso design is amazing and the leg printing is just fantastic. But the best part is definitely the head, because I just think it looks so good. Yeah, I don't really know what to add. This minifigure is basically perfect. I guess it kind of had dual molded legs in the show, but it only shows on one side, so I guess it's just printing. So yeah, they could have printed that, but I'm not gonna complain at all. This minifigure is awesome. And last but definitely not least, we have Dusk, the former elemental master of Shadow during the Serpentine War. She will be featured in the very controversial X1 Ninja Charger, which will release June 1st. Now we got images of all the other elemental masters during the end of 2025, so there was a long time where we only waited for Dusk. I was afraid that they would mess up this character, because she does look very unique in the show, but to my surprise they actually made a fantastic job on this one. And while it's not perfect, I still think this one is amazing. The biggest difference between the set version and the show version is obviously the hair. Now we did get silhouettes for all the characters before they were revealed. We showed them with the new hair pieces, so we knew that we wouldn't get a new hair mold. I think Misago's hair works great for Dusk, even though that hair from the show would have been awesome. And yeah, the face is just so good. I thought they would maybe reuse some head just like they did with Liber, but no, this is a new head with two sides, which is really accurate. Obviously, it's not perfect, but it definitely works as a standard look for her. Another difference is the color in the legs, because like Benton, the show version uses dark gray, which doesn't exist anymore, so they use dark bluish gray instead. I really like all the prints on this minifigure. The torso is also just fantastic. One thing I haven't mentioned in the video yet is that they nowadays remove the yellow area under the head, and that is amazing because that means you can put other colored heads on the torso. Now they've actually done this to every single minifigure that I've shown in the video, even though all of them had yellow under their head in the show. Yes, it makes the minifigure less accurate, but I like that LEGO is doing this. But that pretty much sums up what I feel about Dusk. Really amazing figure and the purple is so cool. And that was a look at every exclusive 15th anniversary of Ninjago minifigure. Please comment which ones are your favorite and what else you will want to see from Ninjago Legacy. I am really happy that they did Old Elemental Master as anniversary minifigures, because these actually feel like collectibles and desirable minifigures. And of course I love old history of Ninjago, so this is just a dream come true. The Strike of the Serpentine Comet was also released recently, which gave us some new information about Old Elemental Masters, and I really want those in minifigure form. I never thought we would get this ever, so yeah, I was beyond excited when I first heard about these. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it. This was something I wanted to talk about for a while and I'm glad I finally did. Thank you for watching to the end, it means the world to me. So without further ado, let's dock out.